Hello and welcome to Quiz Class. I'm your host, Ellen, and today we have 100 questions on general knowledge. Let's take a look at our Quiz Class awards. Let us know how you rank in the comments at the end, along with the answer to the bonus question. So let's begin. Which scientist discovered the structure of benzene in 1865? Auguste Kekulé, Dmitry Mendeleev, or Louis Pasteur? Auguste Kekulé. The term ecology was first coined in 1866 by which German biologist? Alexander von Humboldt, Ernst Haeckel, or Rudolf Virchow? Ernst Haeckel. What percentage of Earth's atmosphere is nitrogen? 68%, 78%, or 88%? 78%. Which element was discovered by Marie and Pierre Curie in 1898? Uranium, polonium, or radium? Radium. The first national park in the world was established in which year? 1872, 1876, or 1880? 1872. What is the approximate age of the universe according to current scientific consensus? 11.8 billion years, 13.8 billion, or 15.8 billion? 13.8 billion years. Which mathematician developed set theory in the late 19th century? George Cantor, David Hilbert, or Henri Poincaré? George Cantor. The Suez Canal was completed in which year? 1867, 1869, or 1871? 1869. What is the chemical formula for ozone? O2, O3, or O4? O3. Which physicist formulated the uncertainty principle? Niels Bohr, Werner Heisenberg, or Erwin Schrödinger? Werner Heisenberg. The concept of continental drift was proposed by which scientists? Charles Lyell, Alfred Wegener, or Harry Hess? Alfred Wegener. In what year was the periodic table first published? 1867, 1869, or 1871? 1869. What is the hardest naturally occurring substance? Quartz, corundum, or diamond? Diamond. The Trans-Siberian Railway was completed in which year? 1904, 1916, or 1920? (1916). Which gas makes up approximately 21% of Earth's atmosphere? Carbon dioxide, oxygen, or argon? Oxygen. Who developed the theory of natural selection independently of Darwin? Thomas Huxley, Alfred Russel Wallace, or Jean-Baptiste Lamarck? Alfred Russel Wallace. The speed of light in a vacuum is approximately, and there they are, 299,792,000 miles per second. Which empire controlled most of India during the 19th century? The French, British, or Dutch Empire? The British Empire. What is the chemical symbol for tungsten? Tu, W, or Tg? W. The first successful powered flight occurred in which year? 1901, 1903, or 1905? (1903). Which layer of the atmosphere contains the ozone layer? The troposphere, stratosphere, or mesosphere? The stratosphere. Who discovered penicillin? Louis Pasteur, Alexander Fleming, or Joseph Lister? Alexander Fleming. The pH scale was introduced by which Danish chemist? Niels Bohr, Soren Sorensen, or Johannes Bronsted? Soren Sorensen. What is the most abundant element in the human body? Carbon, oxygen, or hydrogen? Oxygen. The Panama Canal was completed in which year? 1912, 1914, or 1916? (1914). Which scientist proposed the wave-particle duality of light? Max Planck, Louis de Broglie, or Albert Einstein? Louis de Broglie. What is the chemical formula for methane? CH2, CH4, or C2H6? CH4. The Crimean War took place during which decade? 1840s, 1850s, or the 1860s? The 1850s. Which organelle is known as the powerhouse of the cell? Nucleus, mitochondria, or ribosome? The mitochondria. Who developed the theory of relativity? Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, or Niels Bohr? Albert Einstein. What is the smallest unit of matter that retains chemical properties? Molecule, atom, or electron? Atom. The Berlin Conference that divided Africa occurred in which year? 1884, 1886, or 1888? 1884. Which gas is responsible for the greenhouse effect? Oxygen, carbon dioxide, or nitrogen? Carbon dioxide. Who discovered the electron? Ernest Rutherford, J.J. Thomson, or Niels Bohr? J.J. Thomson. What is the process by which plants make their own food? Respiration, photosynthesis, or transpiration? Photosynthesis. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from which country? Germany, France, or Italy? France. Which scientist discovered radioactivity? Marie Curie, Henri Becquerel, or Ernest Rutherford? Henri Becquerel. What is the chemical symbol for gold? GO, AU, or GD? AU. The Theory of Evolution was published in which year? 1857, 1859, or 1861? 1859. Which gas is most abundant in Earth's atmosphere? Oxygen, nitrogen, or carbon dioxide? Nitrogen. Who invented the telephone? Thomas Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, or Guglielmo Marconi? Alexander Graham Bell. What is the molecular formula for water? HO2, H2O, or H3O? H2O. The American Civil War ended in which year? 1863, 1865, or 1867? 1865. Which particle has no electrical charge? Proton, neutron, or electron? Neutron. Who developed the first successful vaccine? Louis Pasteur, Edward Jenner, or Robert Koch? Edward Jenner. What is the study of earthquakes called? Geology, seismology, or meteorology? Seismology. The Franco-Prussian War occurred during which years? 1868 to 1869, 1870 to 71, or 1872 to 1873? 1870 to 1871. Which element has the atomic number 6? Boron, carbon, or nitrogen? Carbon. Who proposed the germ theory of disease? Robert Koch, Louis Pasteur, or Joseph Lister? Louis Pasteur. What is the largest organ in the human body? Liver, skin, or lungs? Skin. The first transcontinental railroad in the U.S. was completed in which year? 1867, 1869, or 1871? 1869. Which law states that energy cannot be created or destroyed? Newton's first law, law of conservation of energy, or Boyle's law? Law of conservation of energy. What is the chemical formula for table salt? NaCl, KCl, or CaCl2? NaCl. Who discovered the structure of DNA? Gregor Mendel, Watson and Crick, or Rosalind Franklin? Watson and Crick. The Boxer Rebellion occurred in which country? Japan, China, or Korea? China. What is the process of cell division called? Meiosis, mitosis, or osmosis? Mitosis. Who invented the phonograph? Alexander Graham Bell, Thomas Edison, or Nikola Tesla? Thomas Edison. What is the chemical symbol for iron? IR, FE, or IN? FE. The Meiji Restoration occurred in which country? China, Japan, or Korea? Japan. Which gas do plants absorb during photosynthesis? Oxygen, carbon dioxide, or nitrogen? Carbon dioxide. Who developed the classification system for living organisms? Charles Darwin, Carl Linnaeus, or Gregor Mendel? Carl Linnaeus. What is the boiling point of water at sea level? 99 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Celsius, or 101 degrees Celsius? (100°C). The Klondike Gold Rush occurred in which decade? The 1880s, the 1890s, or the 1900s? The 1890s. Which force keeps planets in orbit around the sun? Electromagnetic force, gravitational force, or nuclear force? Gravitational force. Who discovered X-rays? Marie Curie, Wilhelm Röntgen, or Henri Becquerel? Wilhelm Röntgen. What is the chemical formula for ammonia? NH2, NH3, or NH4? NH3. The Dreyfus Affair occurred in which country? Germany, France, or Austria? France. Which blood type is known as the universal donor? A, O, or AB? O. Who formulated the laws of heredity? Charles Darwin, Gregor Mendel, or Thomas Hunt Morgan? Gregor Mendel. What is the study of weather called? Climatology, meteorology, or atmospheric science? Meteorology. The Sepoy Mutiny occurred in which year? 1855, 1857, or 1859? (1857). Which gas is produced during photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide, oxygen, or nitrogen? Oxygen. Who invented the light bulb? Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, or Alexander Graham Bell? Thomas Edison. What is the chemical symbol for lead? Le, Pb, or Ld? Pb. The Opium Wars were fought between China and which country? France, Britain, or Russia? Britain. Which organelle controls cell activities? Mitochondria, nucleus, or cytoplasm? Nucleus. Who developed the kinetic theory of gases? Robert Boyle, Ludwig Boltzmann, or Jacques Charles? Ludwig Boltzmann. What is the melting point of ice? -1 degree Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius, or 1 degree Celsius? Zero degrees Celsius. The Battle of Gettysburg occurred in which year? 1861, 1863, or 1865? (1863). Which element is essential for all organic compounds? Hydrogen, carbon, or oxygen? Carbon. Who discovered the circulation of blood? Andreas Vesalius, William Harvey, or Galen? William Harvey. What is the chemical formula for carbon dioxide? CO, CO2, or C2O? CO2. The Suez Crisis occurred in which decade? The 1940s, the 1950s, or the 1960s? The 1950s. Which particle has a positive electrical charge? Neutron, proton, or electron? Proton. Who developed the first periodic table? Antoine Lavoisier, Dmitri Mendeleev, or John Dalton? Dmitry Mendeleev. What is the study of fossils called? Archaeology, paleontology, or anthropology? Paleontology. The Treaty of Versailles was signed in which year? 1918, 1919, or 1920? 1919. Which gas is known as laughing gas? Carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, or sulfur dioxide? Nitrous oxide. Who proposed the atomic theory? Ernest Rutherford, John Dalton, or Niels Bohr? John Dalton. What is the chemical symbol for silver? Si, Ag, or Sv? Ag. The Russian Revolution occurred in which year? 1916, 1917, or 1918? 1917. Which process converts nitrogen gas into compounds plants can use? Photosynthesis, nitrogen fixation, or respiration? Nitrogen fixation. Who invented alternating current electrical systems? Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla, or George Westinghouse? Nikola Tesla. What is the chemical formula for sulfuric acid? H2SO3, H2SO4, or HSO4? H2SO4. The Spanish-American War occurred in which year? 1896, 1898, or 1900? 1898. Which blood component carries oxygen? Plasma, red blood cells, or white blood cells? Red blood cells. Who discovered the law of conservation of mass? John Dalton, Antoine Lavoisier, or Joseph Proust? Antoine Lavoisier. What is the study of heredity called? Biology, genetics, or biochemistry? Genetics. The Wright brothers' first flight lasted approximately how long? 10 seconds, 12 seconds, or 15 seconds? 12 seconds. And our last question, Which scientist is known for developing the first successful polio vaccine? Alexander Fleming, Jonas Salk, or Louis Pasteur? Jonas Salk. And for our bonus question, which Supreme Court case ended legal racial segregation in public schools in 1954? Let us know the answer in the comments and, of course, how well you did with our quiz class Einstein rewards. If you enjoyed our quiz, please hit that like button and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.